Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid, roles can be reversed. Interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also, know on this channel, I like to dive deep within the readings. I do look at everything, but we take time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, and see how they play out as karmic themes. This will allow you to see why things are playing out the way that they are. And that's very helpful when it comes to breaking negative karmic cycles that keep you stuck in a place of limitation. It also is very helpful just to learn the spiritual lesson so you never have to repeat the situation again, even if you were never in a loop, right? Like you never dealt with a toxic person before, but then you dealt with a toxic person, and so dating after that toxic person becomes a little bit more difficult. Well, it becomes a lot more difficult actually, because it's the experiences that we go through that we know what they feel like, right? So how do you manifest? It's through the thoughts that you think and the emotions that you have. So when you go through a toxic connection and you haven't learned the spiritual lesson, you haven't integrated it, you hold on to the vibration of that trauma. And so you become a magnet for more of the same, because in the universe, the law of attraction, it says what you resist persists in the Bible. So the universe does the same thing, which is you're a magnet of who and what you need, really, because we're not conscious of what we need, especially when we have repressed trauma, actually. Suppressed trauma is we know that we're suppressing it. Repressed trauma is we don't even remember the experience that we went through. We're just it's become forgotten about. It becomes subconscious. It becomes part of the ego mind. And so when it's out of alignment with the laws of God, the laws of love, the laws of nature, and the laws of the universe, which are all the same thing, then it's out of alignment with you, because you have the universe inside of you. You have God inside of you. You have love inside of you. The energy of the universe is love. So there's only two energies, love and fear. So when we're looking at the shadows, it's to understand it's not that you're consciously walking around thinking that you're a bad person or that you even are a bad person. But fear is on the same vibration as toxic under, like by the universe's standards, I should say. All right, let's jump on in and see. I'm a little shaky today because I'm on medicine. I have an upper respiratory infection. It's that lovely time of the year when ragweed is here. So I am on so much medication and I'm just so congested, but I do good readings when I'm on a lot of medication because I'm already sensitive. It's just I become almost overly sensitive. And no, I'm not on prednisone yet, though I do have that as backup, because as a highly sensitive person that has gone through trauma myself, my immune system is affected from living in survival mode. When you live in survival mode for long periods of time, it suppresses your immune system because you're in survival mode. Your body isn't supposed to be in fight, flight, or freeze for long periods of time. I grew up in a way that I had to live in survival mode because my mother tried to kill me several times and my father had cancer 8 times. And sick goes to sick, and that's how I have my gift. But sensitivity works also where you're now get things that nobody gets. You know what I mean? It's like you get immune system issues, you get a simple procedure that winds up not being a simple procedure just because you're sensitive. So it's a double-edged sword. People that are sensitive are empaths a lot of times, but my dad was a highly sensitive person that didn't want to be an empath. He didn't want to feel, so he suppressed it. So I never really learned how to master my sensitivity until much later on in life. And by then, I've had already conditioned my nervous system, because what conditions your body, the thoughts that you think and the emotions that you have. So I understand how healing the effects of trauma firsthand are essential to living a life of balance and abundance. Otherwise, you can't do it. Personal experience, that's how you know. Well, I had two cards around. I had to put them back in. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's see. Let's jump right on in. Don't mind the crazy energy. Okay. The word of the video is hostility. Hostility. Well, I feel like someone is just not happy, and I feel like it's a karmic. I don't even feel like it's the person that's attached to you. I feel like you're connected to someone that you haven't even talked to. You haven't talked to in a long time. And that person that you're connected to is hostile. You're a little hostile too, I'm going to admit, because you're like, what the fuck is going on? And because you can still feel this person's energy tugging on you. So you're like, I don't know what it is. And that karmic is hostile. So we have a lot of hostile energy going on here. And I feel like you're hostile because you feel like you were abandoned by this person. The karmic is hostile because they feel like your person is extremely stubborn. They want them to surrender to them. And your person is hostile because they're looking for the perfect situation to leave that karmic. Like I feel like they don't want to leave the karmic like where they look like a bad guy. And that's actually what's taking precedence. And also, they want to come to you with some sort of money, some sort of something to offer, because they know that if you're not going to let them in that easily, they have to bring something, and they know that. So, and if it's not big enough, they also know that you're not going to accept them because of, again, the way that they handled this situation. I feel like, things never really got off the ground with you because of this karmic, that they never really put that situation to sleep, to dead. They never, it's not dead and buried. It's kept dying, but it's like your person always feels guilty for that karmic, and they don't feel guilty about how they treat you. And this is why you are hostile. So there's a whole lot of negative energy here because your person has an attachment. And because they have an attachment, they disrespect you. And they're a little bit of a narcissist because they're not really looking at anyone's feelings except for themselves. Because again, they want to leave the karmic in good standards. And they also want to come back to you with not looking like a loser. Because if they bring back something and they bring back a big enough offer, well, then, it's not really that big of a deal. So this person is actually handling you a lot like the way that they handled the karmic. The karmic is mad because they're losing money, not even because of a relationship. So as long as your person kept throwing money at them, then everything's fine. However, you've been over there being neglected. Meanwhile, when you were dealing with this person, they were on their way out, or that their relationship was over, or there was some like situation that like they were getting a divorce, or they were in the process of getting a divorce. So you don't know what the hell is going on because you're like, okay, you should be out of that situation by now. Yeah, like this person is angry. Everybody's angry in this situation. And being you were with this person, you were getting angry because you always knew that. I don't want to say that they were lying, but their story always changed. And their story always changed, not because of them, but because the karmic would change it. Just kept putting delays, 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 because karmic is pissed because they're like, well, you shouldn't be, your relationships don't really work out anyway, so I don't know why you're leaving me. Like almost like you should just settle. We've been together for a long time. You should just, you know, like date this person, get it out of your system, like make you dummy down. And there's a part of you that's angry because you know that your person actually tried to make you dummy down. Like they listened to this karmic, and that's why you're angry because you're like, you're not giving me anything. And then you listen to this toxic person, and all because you don't want to look like a bad guy. And I feel like some of the people that you're attached to, again, some of you people like are attached to people that have children. So it's like they don't want to look like a bit the bad guy because of that. Yeah, and then like when you try to say something, the person gets all dramatic, like you don't understand what I'm going through, and I'm really trying, and this and that. Like it's always a big like oh, this is what I went through, and poor me, and I'm the victim, when really you're like, you can leave your situation at any time, and you could have left your situation at any time. And it's almost like you feel like now that you're in, have been by yourself, and you've been like reflecting back a lot on this person, and what you see is that this person has been back and forth with this karmic for a very long time, that it really is an attachment. And you're like, you're tired of having to like continue excessive, like you're excessively having to bring up the same problem. Like the problem, you and your person didn't have any problems. The only problem that you had was this karmic. And you're like, to your person, you let the karmic get in the way of our connection. And so there's a sense like you're like, now you don't really know whether you want this. And I feel like your person knows that. And they're angry because they're like, you're not understanding my situation. The person, like I said, is selfish. Yeah, because of their dishonesty. Like you're like, you're not really trying. You say that you're trying. Yeah, you don't want to really be with this person, but you don't really want to leave either. And that's what you know, because this person makes a lot of excuses. They wouldn't get that held up. The karmic wouldn't be able to put that many obstacles in their way if they really wanted to leave. And you're like, but you're mad because you're like, well, you don't mind keeping me on the hook. You don't mind making me wait. You don't mind disrespecting me while you give to a person that you claim that you don't care about anymore. So you sit there and you again, I'm being ignored. It's all the same things, which is what I said, the dishonesty, being ignored, putting someone before you. And then it's like, it's the same thing. You're like, we've already gone through this before. I tell you the same thing over and over and over again, and we're not getting anywhere. It's like, where now it's almost like you feel foolish because you realize that this person really isn't trying. And the more that you keep on talking about it, the more that you're like telling this person how much you care about them. And so this person doesn't really feel the urgency to leave. I also feel like that karmic is not nice to your person at all. So your person has a thing for the fact that you're really nice, or they perceive you as nice, and this karmic is not nice, but they get off on people not really being that nice. They respect people that are not really that nice. And the people that are nice to them, they like to pretend that they're a little bit superior. And that's how this person treated you in the beginning. Now they're looking at you differently because you're taking your power back. And you're like, oh no, buddy, you're not gonna, buddy or girlfriend, whatever it is, you're not gonna run to me. You're not going to run to me. Like when you're the person that you've been pouring into this whole time because you don't want to look like the bad guy, that you're not going to come to me with nothing, and you're not going to come to me with just an I'm sorry. And this person realizes that, and they're like a little pissed off because they thought that you were the sure thing. They thought that you were going to be there. Where meanwhile you're like, we keep going through the same shit. You keep on breadcrumbing me, thinking I'm going to stay attached to you. It's like you got wise to this person. Yeah, it didn't work out the way that they thought. Like they're grieving. And it didn't work out the way that you thought either, because you wouldn't have invested this much time into this person. You feel the loss. You definitely feel a loss because there was an attachment. You were not a good attachment to this person. Like you guys are real soulmates, where this is like a karmic mate. So it's like your person should have left that person a long time ago. So they're grieving and you're grieving because, again, the dream was that you guys would be together. But you're like, I'm not going to be disrespected. And your person is saying, well, it's just a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. You can just wait a little bit, just over there. It's okay. Don't come near me. I'll give it to you later. And you're like, I don't want this shit now. It's like, I'd rather date a lot of other people. I'd rather date a lot of people because when you met this person, they were dating a lot of people. They were not respectful to the karmic. So that karmic allows them to live from a very low vibration just as long as the money is being thrown at them. And so now that your person wanted to really leave and be with you, the karmic's like, oh, hell no. You can't leave. You have responsibilities here. You have to take care of, and your person tries to leave. It's like obstacle, 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 obstacle. And your person pretends that they're like, oh, what can I do? But then they're not 100% honest with you. They're not 100% transparent. And what you know of them is, well, it's really comfortable for you to like stay with the karmic and date a lot of different people and kind of just have me like in there as well. Like where this person's like a narcissist. That's the way that you're seeing them. Because then, they can get treated like shit from that karmic, which I believe that they get off on. And then they get nurtured and they get fed from all the different people that they give time to. But they're leading all those other people on. And then here you are, when you met them, they got rid of those people. So you really thought, well, we're really going to be together. And then they're still like jerking you off, like making you wait. And so what is that if you're so comfortable disrespecting me, then you're not going to have a problem cheating on me once you get comfortable because you haven't put the time in. And that's what you're looking at this person like you haven't given me time. And this person knows it. Where again, they know that they ruined this connection. And that's what you feel like you ruin every connection. Whatever you touch turns to shit. It's like things things you no longer need are falling away to make room for the love you deserve. Yeah, like that's what it is. It's like you feel like this person, everything that they touch turns to shit. And at this point, you're like, you saw them in their light. You're very comfortable in doing this. This is not the first time that you did this. I'm just one of many people that you got close to when you were going to leave, and then this karmic pulls you back in and makes you feel guilty, and then you're like, oh, what can I do? And then expecting you to run after them, to talk to them, or to just sit there and wait. And so you were like, no, no, you realize that they ruined the relationship and that you want them to fall away, kind of to make it, you want to meet someone else. And you want to meet someone else because they just haven't given you anything. And it was all like, yeah, I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to. And then it just never happened, which is like very common for this person. And they're never accountable for anything. It's always the karmic's fault. It's always your fault. It's always somebody else's fault. It's never their fault. And you're like, I've had enough of it. It's like you didn't think I was gonna leave. I called your bluff. I got tired of your fucking bullshit. It's like, of your lies. Your lies. I see what you're doing. And so this person knows that you're like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm letting whatever this is, I'm letting it fall away because I'm deserving of love. I'm deserving of to be in a healthy, normal relationship. And that bothers this person. It bothers them because they're used to people not knowing their worth, because no one of a high vibration would put up with that. So understand, it's like if they thought that you were going to put up with it, now I feel like they see that you don't want to have anything to do with them. I feel your energy around me, and I wonder, are you thinking of me too? Yeah, you are, but you're thinking of this person in a way like, that's it. I'm done with you. Like, I feel like you're sending them like one last message because you're like, I'm not, like, you can't help but to not think of this person. You had a soul connection to them. And what it is you're like, at this point, your energy is constantly tugging on mine, and I want to cut that also. So I feel like, yeah, you have been thinking about them, but you're also like, I'm gonna meet somebody else. You're determined now to meet somebody else because you're like, I don't want you tugging on my energy. It's like, I want to shut that door. I want to shut that door so that you don't feel so comfortable to think that you can come back. Yeah, because it's almost like you feel like this person thinks because you're not dating anyone that that they have their sweet ass time. So there's a part of you that's like, well, it's me, I'm holding on. At this point, it's like energetically too, because that person wouldn't be able to continually to energetically hold on to you if, if you weren't like open to it. That's how it has to work. And I also feel like your person like does it is like, no, I'm not going to give you anything. But you have to sit there and wait. So there's this real arrogant energy that is making you really angry because you're so disrespectful. It's like you're disrespectful to me, and this is not the first time that you've gone through this. Like, you're looking at this person saying, I know that you've done this a lot of different times. Yeah, this person's gonna try to, bring you an olive branch and hopefully that make you give in to make amends. And you know that, and you're like, no, I want to meet someone before they do that, because you already know, that they're gonna try and do that. But how you see it is you want to move on. You're like, I want to move on. It's like you've already held me up. You've already, you're so inflexible, like with anything that is referenced to me. Yeah, you're moving on. It's again, like I said, moving on, moving on. Literally, I got two moving ons. Moving on, moving on. And because you're like, you're not giving me what I need. I want a new life. And that new life is without you. It's like, because you're like, I already know you're going to plan on coming to me with a knowledge branch. I don't know when that is, but it's not going to be enough. It's going to be, and I'm sorry, and oh, I had to go through all this, but they didn't invest in you, and now you don't trust them at all. So you're like, no, I want to move on. You're like, all with you, all that it is emptiness. It's just emptiness. It's like you're always separate from me anyway, and you don't care that you leave me lonely. You don't care that you leave me lonely. Your intuition is spot on, and you're like, you already know. You're like, discernment. Your discernment knows that this person is gonna come back because you have an ESP connection. And that's what I'm saying. And you're like, this person thinks that things are going to be the same as they were in the past, in the future, but they're not. Your gut reaction and your inner knowing is like, I already know who you are. I've been watching you this whole time. It wasn't like this person was gone for a week or 2 weeks. They were away for a long time because, hey, listen, part of you knows that they've been back and forth with this karmic a long time, that they don't really want to let go of that karmic, and that they've had a lot of different flames. And they thought that if they played this game long enough, that they were going to get their way. That's how you feel. And your intuition is like, you've been there feeding that person the whole time. So, you'll be with me, that person will come back, snap their fingers, and you'll be running back because you have such a strong emotional connection to them. Because you've put in the time, the effort, and the energy, and that's all that you are asking for this person. And you're like, no, I already know what you're gonna do. You're gonna try and come back, and you're gonna try and like give me what you should have given me this whole time. But because we didn't have the time and you gave to that person the whole time and you let me sit there, no, because now I don't trust you. It's like, that's the thing. It's like, you're going to clear this energy. You're like, this person wants, thinks, thinks that you're gonna, like I said, that they can fix it. And that's really what it is. It's like they feel like they can, and I don't know why they feel like they can fix it, but you're like, no, you want it clear. You don't trust this person. You're like, again, it's their cockiness. And I think that that's also part of the reason why you just want it done. You're like, I just want this done because this person has been living this way for a really long time. They haven't given me effort. They haven't built that emotional bond. Not enough to the fact that they didn't feel bad for putting me on the side. That's how you feel. You're like, you made me sit there and wait. And being that you let me sit there and wait, I know that you care more about that karmic than you do me. You will tell me that you care about me. You tell me everything, but it's like your words don't match your action. And at this point, you made me wait long enough. And at this point, you just thought that you were going to be able to finagle this. And maybe you would have ran back to the karmic. Maybe you would have, really left the karmic and then had a bunch of different flames and had me grouped in there. Either way, you just didn't feel like this person put enough time or effort or energy into you because you watch them for so long be an asshole. And they shit all over the connection to the point that you're like, well, I'm going to call your bluff. I'm leaving and I'm going off. And that's why this person's mad. This person's angry because they're like, they didn't expect you to move on. They didn't expect you to, to like listen to just go on your soul, like listen to your soul. Like that's really what it is. Listen to your soul. Like you're like aligning your actions and your values. And this person is like, when you sit there and you're like, are they in alignment with my values? It's like, no. So why am I going to like be with you? Why would I? It's like when this person gave you so much time to like think about the connection that you're like you didn't offer me anything. And being that you didn't offer me anything, it's like it's like I'm not going to sit there and gamble on a maybe. Like we have no history because the history that is the time that you give, then the time and the effort and the memories that you make with someone. And this person was not there to make any memories with you because they were too worried about someone else. And to say that, well, I have to leave where I look like the hero, where I look like the good guy, where I look like, where meanwhile the karmic is never going to think that they're the good guy because the karmic a long time ago gave up because this person was a cheater, was a whore, because they were not happy with them. So the karmic was like, I don't care. Not happy? You're not happy, but you're still gonna pay me. You're still gonna be stuck with me, and your person doesn't really have the balls enough to leave. And whether they're a girl or a guy, they don't have the guts to leave. The balls, the guts, the tits, whatever it is to leave. They just, the gumption to leave. They just don't have it. And it's like they like to stay in this low vibrational energy of victim. Oh, I can't do anything. I can't do anything. And it annoys me because they have no problem. And so this person, when we ask, well, what are they going to think when you do? And so this person reflects back and they're like, it's not comfortable sometimes when our conversations are, have tension in them. Sometimes when they're lighthearted, the conversation is playful, they like it. But when you talk to them, like, and more time, what they've noticed is that there's a lot of tension in your conversations with them because they're not doing what you need them to do for you. So again, what they're saying is the conversation of you stating what you need makes me feel uncomfortable because the karmic does that to me all day long, and I do for the karmic. So I can't do that for you too, pretty much. So I would need our conversations to be lighthearted, like that's a toxic, heavy energy. This person wants to move into like an energy of love and passion and fun and flighty, like, but not really serious, is how I read into that. And then this person thinks because they can feel that you're angry, they're like, I wish that you could see that we're like mirroring each other. It's like you're not mirroring this person because this by their actions, yeah, you're angry because they were disrespectful because of the way that they are. This person's not on your vibration, so because they're not on your vibration, they can't read your energy. They can read it where they're like, oh, you're mad, but they can't read it, like, to translate it, I should say, to be like, oh, you're mad because I'm not. And then they're not emotionally intelligent either because they're so self-absorbed that they're like, if they were really listening to their intuition, be like, well, oh, you're angry. What should I do with that information? They don't care. It's easier for them to stay in a low vibration, is what I'm saying. It's like, I'll contact you when I'm able to, but right now my life is too complicated to bring you into it. Know that I do want to talk to you. So it's again, this person is going to talk to you eventually, but it's always later, 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 later. And let me tell you, the karmic is not pleased by their action either, but it's a more like a win thing with the karmic. Like, no, I mean, I don't want to be with this person, but I'll be damned to let them move on and be happy. And to, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make it easy. Why should you be happy? Why, like, almost like they're entitled to this person because, hey, I put in a lot of time. I tried to make this relationship work out. I tried to do, and, they didn't do anything for me. So at this point, no. Yeah, it's like this person does have passion for you. They do, but it's like it would be very short-lived. Okay, it would be very short-lived. They do have passion, but it would just lead to like heartache. Okay, it just like would lead to like a broken heart. So I mean, and you can see that it's not like they're automatically going to change because even if they got away from that karmic, their default energy is to have a lot of people because they need their ego fed. So they're just very selfish. They're just not on your vibration. So we have to ask, why did you attract this person into your life? What were you supposed to learn? Because they were an asshole. Like they had such a big ego Like, why would you attract this person? What are you supposed to integrate? What are you supposed to, because really that's why when you say, well, what am I, a mean person? What did I deserve this? No, it's that we are all born into families and environments, like collectively, we're born into like the universe's karma, right? Whatever you're born, whatever's going on during the time on the planet, family karma, ancestral karma, and then your own karma. And that's just means learn. And there's many different realities that play out at one time. So your level of consciousness depends on your core beliefs. And your core beliefs, a lot of times, we're not even aware of. Or how we see things is, well, I want to treat people the way I want to be treated. But if you were never treated kindly or with love, you're going to always overgive. So we have to understand why. Otherwise, again, you won't be able to avoid, you won't be able to integrate the spiritual lesson to avoid this from happening again, because you won't recognize why the dynamic of this situation turned out the way that it did, being that there's many different realities that play out. Now, does that mean that you could have made this person all of a sudden step into their true self and their best version of themselves? No, because everybody has free will, but you could have avoided the negative karmic retribution from waiting for this person. And negative karmic retribution is just being angry, letting this person affect you. So 6 cards for the inner child: innocence, disassociated, disassociated, clearing, unworthy, self-love, anchor. I feel like when you were younger in your innocence, it was affected because you didn't have the support. You didn't have the support. There was trauma where you were made to feel unworthy. So there was a lot of emotional abuse to the point that it made you feel, again, disconnected from yourself. However, you are an empath, a highly sensitive person. So you've always been able to cleanse yourself, to clean yourself, and to clean yourself by doing like doing something new, right? To embodying new energy. I also believe that you needed to cleanse this unworthy feeling of unworthy, and you do that by giving yourself self-love, by having a love affair with yourself, by giving to yourself. And that means investing in yourself. Take a few classes, find out what stirs up your soul, not a person. You don't run out and meet another person when you get out of a connection like this. What you do is you have a love affair with yourself. You feed yourself, and you feed yourself by trying new things, by going to new places, by connecting to new people. So you see yourself differently, because there was part of you that is still, like I said, still have inner child wounds to heal, of feeling unworthy and not anchored. Anchored, we have to reparent ourselves, and we reparent ourselves because you didn't have parent, you had no support structure, and you do that by giving yourself that love. But again, not through people, but through finding yourself and creating yourself, and understand. Then you'll meet your tribe. Then you'll notice when someone comes to you and they're like, again, full of shit, that telling you that they're going to leave and that they're going to do, because what I see here is this person never had any intention of leaving. Their thing is they're always going to leave. They're always have one foot out the door. They've been telling this story for a very long time. And unfortunately, you really have a genuine connection with this person, but they didn't know how to handle it. They didn't know what to do with this. They were not prepared. They don't have control over their life. And they could, but they choose not to, because the karmic has made them feel as if it's their responsibility to take care of them and to think of their feelings more than their own. So what you know is that this isn't your person. And as long as you stay connected to this person, they will always make you feel unworthy. And that's really, it was time to cleanse that energy. Give yourself the self-love. Give yourself that. Become the vibration of love so you can attract love. That's why this situation happened. Creation, and Spirit says that's the answer. Create yourself, become yourself. I have the power to direct my life, Spirit says to you, with a constructive attitude that you have the power to direct your life, with constructive attitude that you create what is best for your soul. You firmly believe that you can transform and improve your inner and outer worlds by turning every thought into an affirmation or action, and that you act in the image of God. And that means, again, God is just unconditional love. That's the energy of the universe. That's why I always say that the words are really interchangeable, because it's all the same thing, the universe and God. And that, that when you are the energy of unconditional love, it means that you are vibing at the highest vibration. So you have compassion, and you can have compassion for this person that is connected to the karmic. However, it's like, I have compassion for you because you're sick. You need to heal yourself. But again, you always continually do what you need to do. And I say you have compassion because a person like that wouldn't be connected to a karmic unless they were really severely wounded. And that's the way that you need to look at it. And that you have the power to create whatever life that you want, regardless of, again, this person or anyone that comes into your life. And that to act from the highest vibration so that you can bring love and light and more love into your life. That's what Spirit's saying, is like, this was all about choice. This was all a karmic situation, because that's what this person would have been. They would have been a karmic. They would have never left that person that they're connected to. Difference is that they're in a karmic connection with that person because it's so toxic. It's just they can't get away. They feel like they can't get away, but they can. They just wouldn't be able to get away without consequence, and that's what they're trying to avoid. So they pretend that they can't, that they're going to wait, but it's a game. So just be true to you. And it looks like you did, because you called their bluff. So good for you. And I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.